In this tutorial, we will look at how to install and configure AtomOS step by step. In order to install AtomOS, we need a server with AlmaLinux, RHEL-Linux, or any RHEL-based compatible distribution already installed. In this server, we have AlmaLinux 9.7 already installed. Then we go to the Elemento website and we copy the command to install the AtomOS command line. The AtomOS command line is the tool we use to manage all the services on the server that are needed to run the virtual machine and the storage part. When the AtomOS command line is installed, we can run ---- install command, and the command line will ask us if we want a computer or storage installation, if we want an installation on premises or on cloud. And when all the questions are answered, the command line will begin the installation process. When the installation is done, the command line will ask us some more questions to finish the configuration of the server. In particular, we can choose to install additional modules like Gluster-fs or LazyDocker. The command line will ask us to create a certificate to secure communication between client and server, and the command line will ask us to configure the network for the server. When all these configurations are ready, the command line will ask us to reboot the servers, and we are ready to use AtomOS. Once AtomOS is installed, we can go to port 7780 and open the AtomOS dashboard. We can log in the dashboard with our local credentials, and we have the possibility to manage our server. We can go in the storage, networking, or virtual machine part. We can see all the machines running on this server. We can manage the networks ready and usable on this server, and we can configure the storages available on this server. The dashboard will give us an overview of all the resources available and running on the server we have installed. If we want to create a volume, we go to the Storage tab, we choose a name for our volume, we choose a size for our volume, we can pick a predefined one, or we can pick a custom one, for example 512 megabytes. We can choose if the server is private, bootable, shareable, or read-only. After having reviewed the configuration, we can click Create Volume, and the volume will be created on our server. To create a virtual machine, we go to the Virtual Machines tab. We choose a name for our virtual machine. We pick the OS family, like Windows or Linux. We choose the OS flavor, like Ubuntu, Debian, Windows XP, or Windows Vista, or Windows 11. We choose the number of cores and the number of gigabytes of RAM. We review the specification of the virtual machines, we create the virtual machine, and the virtual machine is ready for us in the overview. If you want to create a virtual machine with a GPU attached, you have to go in the Virtual Machines tab and click Create Advanced Virtual Machine. You have to choose a name, a flavor, OS distribution, a number of cores, and a number of RAM. And in the PCI Devices tab, you have to choose the vendor, like AMD, Intel, or NVIDIA. You have to choose the model, like the A4000, and the audio device attached to your graphical device. When you choose all the PCI devices that you need, you click to Add PCI Devices, you review the server, and you click to Create VM. When the server is ready, the virtual machine is there with the GPU attached. If you need to add a node to your cluster, you go in the Cloud Target section. You select a new AtomOS, you select by direct IP, you write the name of your new server. For example, demo server. You click Continue, and you can select the IP address of your new server. For example, 192.168.5.10. You have your target. You need to verify and trust the fingerprint of your new node, and then your node is ready in your cluster. If you need to migrate a virtual machine from one server to the other, you can open the Virtual Machine tab. You can look at the IP address of the origin server. You can pick a server of destination for the migration, and you can start the process. The Virtual Machine Migration requires you to have two servers with the same CPU architecture and a network connection between one server and the other. The migration process is fully transparent to the user that does not see anything when the migration is happening. When the migration process is done, in the application you will see a notification and the destination server which is changed. The virtual machine is now running in the second server. You can find the full documentation at docs.elemento.cloud.